Hey guys, welcome back. This one's going to be possibly a controversial video, and it shouldn't be, but somebody's going to get triggered, and when you do, leave a comment, tell me why. But I want to do a small little series of what I call my desk Bibles. So on my desk, I have 9 different Bibles within arm's reach. This is not a flex. Don't take this as a flex. This is 20 years of buying Bibles and stuff. So I wanted to start off just by going over one book at a time, one Bible at a time that I have, just to, kind of show off what I have and why I haven't. Not show off isn't the right word. But this Bible here, I don't know if you guys can tell the date and stuff off of this. I'm pretty sure this is a 2005 printed Bible. So that makes it 21 years old. And that fits about the time frame that I bought this. I think was right around or right before my oldest daughter was born. So this Bible has seen its days. It is a NLT thin line Bible. This is when they made cool Bibles. This isn't on my desk. I've retired this. This sits on my shelf just because it's seen better days and I want to keep it. It's a large print reference edition Bible. I guess you'd call that large print. But they had like calfskin available, mahogany, and this is just the true tone or fake leather, whatever you want to call it. It's getting to that point. If I had the funds and finances, I'd probably have it rebound, just because the text block is still pretty solid, and I know there's a lot of amazing guys out there that can do it. The reason I wanted to show that off is because one of the Bibles that if I'm getting into a deep study and I'm having, wanting to get more clarity or understand it better, I always have an NLT on hand. This one here I bought 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I can't remember, but just another NLT thin line. This one here is a center column reference. As you see, it doesn't get a ton of use because usually these paper ones tear down pretty quick, but I can't tell what the date and stuff is on that. So why do I have an NLT on my desk? I think anybody who is not a Bible scholar, even Bible scholars, but wants to dig into the Word and get a better understanding, I think an NLT is an amazing Bible to have on hand. If you don't think the NLT is a qualifying Bible or should be used in deeper study and understanding, I want to hear why you think that is. Because there's parts in this that are more correct and more accurate than your LSB, than your ESV. I think ESV, I can't remember. It may have it. But there's sections in here that is more biblically accurate than a lot of your, what people will say has to be, must have word for word, King James Version, New King James Version. The NLT is more accurate. If you don't believe so, leave a comment and I will tell you where and why to look it up by verse number. So, with that said, though, it is more explanatory in its verbiage. That's where it changes from word for word to a more thought for thought. However, the editors of the NLT have done an amazing job on going through and producing a really good text, a really easy to understand text. I think almost anybody who's just starting off, learning the Bible, wanting to read, wanting to grab a Bible and just read through and not have to put a ton of thought into it and not have to look up every other word of what that word means because you don't know what it means. and you just want to read and understand, the NLT is one of the best, if not the best, Bibles for that. If you can't agree with that, I'm sorry. That's not okay that you can't agree with that. This is an NLT is what I started all my girls out reading. 3 out of the 4 have been baptized, believe in Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, and this is what we read out of. It is a family reading Bible, or family reading translation. We have other Bibles at the table. That's where we read at. So, yeah, what are your thoughts? Do you think the NLT reserves a spot at your study desk? I think it does. It does mine. Like I said, I have 9 Bibles, not all different translations, but most of them are, that I keep on my study desk at hand. That way, when I'm reading, digging in, if I'm reading out of the New King James or something, and I don't understand the syntax of the sentence or the phrasing or the word, then I have a resource right at hand. I can pop open, I can read it, I can check it against 2 or 3 other translations and get what I need. I will be doing a short little video on, I think, all of the Bibles that I have on my desk, just to go through why I have them. The NLT, quick, easy to understand, can read without putting a bunch of thought into it, and sometimes very explanatory on the words that I'm having difficulty with. Thanks for watching. You have a blessed day.